The new WHT Mead building had its grand opening at Lakeland College's Vermilion campus last month. And I'm now joined by the Dean of the School of Agricultural Sciences, Jeff Brown. Now, Jeff, this new building was sorely needed. It'll now be home to over 600 agricultural science students.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the last WHT Mead building would have been constructed in 1964. So as you can imagine, between the changes in classroom technology and kind of as we've grown from to 600 ag students, just the sheer volume of students right now, it was a sorely needed renovation and expansion of the Mead building.
So can you talk a little bit about how students are adjusting to the new building and maybe some of the new features that are in that building that are going to help support students, but also faculty?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think that especially after the last couple of years, we've gone through, where we've been in many cases forced to some online classrooms, during the construction phase of the project that maybe weren't real conducive to different learning and teaching methodologies on that side. So we've really kind of focused on the insertion of new classroom technology. So making sure that virtual options are available in some cases, just making sure that the IT and tech is suitable to today's teaching style. And then also looking at kind of the student interaction. We're very personal college when we come here, really focus on student interaction and conversations. And being quite relational on that side. So a lot of the classrooms were kind of designed with that in mind, able to facilitate a lot of group work and discussion and, an ability to kind of get to know our students a little bit better, I guess, on that side. The other thing that we've really, I guess, that wouldn't have really been a priority back in the 60s are kind of the student spaces that we wanted to embed in the building as well. So you had before you could just kind of come to class and then you had to go find somewhere else to go hang out afterwards. We do have a few spaces for students to study, a few lounge spaces as well. And then, of course, all of our faculty and research department is under one roof as well. So just really accessible to students and faculty. Yep.
Now, I also saw that people applying for agricultural science programs, that has been increasing over the past number of years. So does this building kind of build for the future as well to allow for more growth to see where Lakeland will go in the next couple of years?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the challenges that we had, our enrollment has grown over the last 12 years over 200%. So as you can imagine, sometimes that means where we've got some classes, we're still not huge class size, but sometimes we'll get over 100 students in class, for example, in some of our common classes for a few of our programs. Well, we only had one building on campus prior to this renovation that would facilitate a class of over 100 students, and that was in our theater, which isn't built for a teaching environment. It's more of an entertainment venue or presentation venue. So I think that that's a big part of it. It's trying to, even the hallways that were really small in the 60s, that sort of thing, it was very congested. I think the pandemic really kind of opened our eyes on that side in terms of making sure that people have space and are able to kind of get separated in certain situations. But it's also just a more relaxed environment as well, I think, when we have some space. So we built our offices so that everybody could be under one roof as well. But I think that expansion was very much a mindset. We know that this is going to be our kind of where we're doing our agricultural training here for the next 40, 50 years. So really trying to take a look at futuristic learning models, trying to look at, future expansion of people and how we could facilitate that. So we've got 10 new classrooms in this building. That's much more than we had before. And then the classroom sizes kind of range from 36 to 150. And we've got 250 lecture theaters as well. So just a lot of flexibility and ability to kind of adjust to different situations. And I think that's how we'll handle some of the growth and expansion over the next few years.
Now, a big chunk of money for this project came from the province of Alberta, but another contributor to this was a Synergy Credit Union, and they contributed $150,000. Can you talk a little bit? They're also being recognized with the naming of a theater as well. Can you just talk a little bit about the contribution that they made?
Yeah, absolutely. Synergy Credit Union has been a great partner for Lakeland for a long time. Of course, they operate out of Northwest Saskatchewan, community credit union. and just have been great partners. I think that really their goal in this is to kind of strengthen, the student experience in the region, kind of build our workforce in the region, which is a very common goal that we have here at Lakeland. So we're really thankful for the support that we get from our community members, and they've been an active partner too, coming into doing guest lectures and interacting with students as well. So just really happy for their support in kind of modernizing this learning environment so that we can make it a better place to learn and kind of develop their careers within the region. So community is something we really prioritize here at Lakeland.
And it must be great to see the support coming from a local business, also supporting a local college here, and really supporting this region economically.
Yeah, absolutely. It means a lot. I think that's our roots. Obviously, I mean, we're over 100 years strong in the communities of Vermilion and Lloydminster. So, I mean, very grassroots type of development, I guess, for our college. And we've grown significantly in students, from a lot of other regions as well. But it is always nice when you have, a local community that's really believing in what you're doing and wanting to help develop that workforce, so that our region can be strong in the future as well.
All right, Jeff, well, thank you so much for taking some time to talk with me. It's great to hear some of the positive stuff that's going on at Lakeland College, really building for the future. And I'm excited to see what comes next at Lakeland College.
Well, thanks very much. It was great to be here. Thanks for the invite.